starting to feel real? Starting to feel like the season's here?
Absolutely. It's getting crazy. Class starting. It's not fun, but yeah, class that's really what lets you know class starting. Because fall camp transition was just the same, really. So.
I think we saw today that you switched your numbers to number 2. Is that
yesterday? Actually.
Yesterday. Can you kind of stake us? Does that number mean something to you?
I say the number. My brother, he used to have number 2 for the longest, so I say that number was for him. But when it changed to a single digit, I say I obviously wanted a single digit. But like Sam, last year he had a big year after he switched, so I'm looking forward to doing the same thing.
Kind of touched on it there, but could you notice the transition of, all right, we're kind of installing stuff for an actual game, we're not just in training camp mode?
Yeah, we're starting to look more into Troy things. We've been like installing plays and the main things we're gonna run, but yeah, we're focusing more in on Troy. So
just kind of, I guess, with fall camp over, just give your assessment of how you feel that D-line is. I know we've kind of asked this a bunch since the spring, but now that game season's here, how is that looking?
We're looking pretty good. I'm very confident in all the guys we have, the depth we have. I feel like our culture that we built is very solid. So, I mean, I'm looking forward. I'm excited to see what I do, what the guys do. It's going to be a fun year for us.
Lane said this past scrimmage this past weekend was, had a heavy emphasis on just like situational play. You as a defensive line and just as a defense, y'all feel like, situationally y'all are pretty sound at this point in fall camp?
Yes, for sure. I feel like situationally we're going to be able to handle anything that comes our way, from the D-line, backers, DBs, across the board. We're going to be solid.
I'm not sure if you've gotten a chance to look over film, but what do you see from Troy's offense, if you have?
From whose?
Troy's.
They're doing a lot of I don't want to get into specifics of how we're going to defeat it, but I think we're going to be, pretty prepared for everything they're going to throw at us. Looking at a lot of things that they're doing, like a lot of movement and stuff. We're just preparing, getting ready for everything they do.
When you kind of look back at this offseason, when did you kind of realize, oh crap, half this team's going to be brand new? When did you kind of notice that the team was going to kind of flip over?
I mean, really, almost just towards the end of next year, not next year, but last year. So just when all those guys left, and then earlier in this year, we started seeing all the transfers. It's we got a lot of new guys. It's basically almost like a fresh new team. So that's around there.
I know we've made a lot about the acclimation process and building culture and all that stuff. From your mind, how important was that and how tough was that? Was that a challenge or did it come kind of natural?
I feel like it was a little challenging just because new guys had to get used to the atmosphere of just OMSP period, just new guys. But I feel like everybody brought everyone together. It was just welcoming. We had open arms for everyone, just welcome them to the team.
I imagine camp, you guys probably get sick of seeing the same guys every single day and going against them. How excited are you to finally be close to seeing another team, and are you excited to finally be able to hit a quarterback?
Man, I'm super excited. We got just going against our O-lines, we get used to the stuff they're doing. They get used to the stuff we're doing. So it's just they may know a play that we're doing. So it's wow, this is no fun because they already know what we're doing. So I feel like when we go against Troy, when they have no idea what we're going to do, it's going to be really fun.
With you obviously being here in just the past couple of years, you see those expectations just kind of rise just just on the outside. But with a lot of these new guys coming in, although they know what happened previously, do you feel like they kind of feel those same expectations on the outside, or how do you think they've kind of managed to handle those?
I think they're managing them pretty good. They obviously know that we've had a really good year last year and just stacking years really. So I feel like they're ready to come on and take on the expectations to let us have an even better year.
Oh, hey, sorry. And I guess Troy Brown was in here the other day talking about when he first got here, he watched film of Chance Campbell, and not just just from the way that he played, but just the leadership and the way he handled himself on the field. Are you kind of seeing that in Troy and just trying to take the initiative of that?
Yes. Troy, he's a big playmaker. He's going to be a big playmaker this year. Just from what I'm seeing off practices during our scrimmages, he's going to be a big time guy.